Vishal Bende, Consultant Pediatric Cardiac Surgeon, working at B.M. Patel Cardiac Center, Sri Krishna Hospital, Bhayikaka University, Karamsad, Gujarat, India. And I am here to talk to you about the recent article which I published with the Curious Journal of Medical Science along with my co-authors. We had a 16-month toddler weighing 7 kg who presented to a pediatric cardiac outpatient clinic with respiratory distress, cyanosis and room air saturations of 82% in all 4 extremities. The child was born at term after a low segment cesarean section with a birth weight of 3.1 kg and cried immediately after birth. We noticed increase in pulmonary vascularity besides cardiomegaly on chest X-ray, which led us to investigate the child further with 2D echocardiography. Her 2D echocardiography revealed a complex congenital heart disease, tricuspid valve atresia, type 1C, large atrial septal defect shunting right to left, a large ventricular septal defect shunting left to right, a hypoplastic right ventricle, dominant left ventricle, severe pulmonary arterial hypertension, also described as univentricular physiology with pulmonary arterial hypertension. Newborns with untreated single ventricles develop pulmonary vascular diseases early in their lives. At that age, during the first 8 weeks after birth, clinicians perform pulmonary artery bending to reduce the blood flow to the lungs, decreasing the likelihood of development of pulmonary vascular disease and pulmonary vascular resistance in the future. After obtaining consent from the patient's parents and with ethical committee approval, we performed the procedure of pulmonary artery bending using a formula described by Trussler, 20 mm plus 1 mm per kg, and the material used was Gore-Tex strip of 3 to 5 mm width through a median sternotomy entry. The baby underwent successful palliative surgical procedure of PA bending and was discharged after 13 days of hospital stay with a room air saturations of 89%. This case highlighted the benefit of pulmonary artery bending beyond the stipulated period, which was the title of our article. Managing single ventricle with unrestricted pulmonary blood flow is challenging for infants in the developing world from where I am coming. Even when performed beyond the stipulated period, the PA bend might improve patients' quality of life. Patients who undergo late PA bends also progress the single ventricle palliation pathway and get better outcomes like the case which we did. We surgeons should always keep in mind the risk-benefit ratio before going forward with this procedure. However, definite conclusions cannot be drawn at this juncture until more research data is available in this subset. Thank you for your patient hearing.